So here we're going to do some Pythagorean Theorem word problems, and a lot of us see word problems, we're like, whoa, word problems. But once I show you how to do them, it might come a little bit easier, so I'm hoping that's how you feel after we go through them. So if I take a look at this one problem, it says, how far from the base of the house do you need to place a 15-foot ladder so that it reaches exactly the top of the wall that's 12 feet tall? So every time I see a Pythagorean theorem word problem or a word problem of any sorts where I have to envision what I'm doing, I like to draw a diagram. So in this case, I'm going to draw a triangle because I know this is a Pythagorean theorem word problem. And it says that my ladder is 15 feet. And when I'm going to put up a ladder, I put it up diagonally. So this is going to be my 15. And then it says it reaches a 12-foot wall. So this is going to be 12. If you want to be an artiste, you can put some drawings into it just to give you some more excitement, because I know this is so exciting for everyone. And what we're trying to find is how far from the bottom of the house we should place the ladder. So that's my x. So I'm going to use my Pythagorean theorem because this made us a right triangle. And we have our a squared plus our b squared equals our c squared. That's our Pythagorean theorem, where a and b are our legs and c is our hypotenuse. So it doesn't matter if I put 12 first or x first. Either way, we'll still get the same answer. So I'm going to put my 12 first. So 12 squared plus x squared equals my hypotenuse squared. 12 squared is 144. Plus x squared equals 225. I subtract that 144 over, and I get x squared equals 81. Once I get to this step, I have to square root both sides. The only way to undo a square is to square root it. So when I square root it, I get x equals 9 feet. So it has to be placed 9 feet from the bottom of the wall for this to work out. Let's take a look at another problem. So it says, what is the length of the diagonal of a 10 centimeter by a 15 centimeter rectangle? So once again, I'm going to draw this. I'm going to try to make it as level as possible, but of course, I am not the best. So we have this, and our length is 10 centimeters, and our width is 15. We're trying to find the diagonal portion of it. We know in a rectangle that the rectangle's angles are 90 degrees. So what we're trying to find becomes the hypotenuse. So like we saw up here, we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm going to put my parts where they belong and see what happens. So I have 15 squared plus 10 squared has to equal x squared. So we get 225 plus 100 equals x squared. So 325 equals x squared. Like we saw at this point up here, once we got here, we had to square root it. So I'm going to take my calculator and square root it. So the square root of 325 gives me as x, and we have to put approximate because it's not exactly 18.03, and we can label that in centimeters. So like I said before, sometimes these word problems look a little bit scary, look a little intense. However, if we draw the diagram, sometimes it becomes a little bit easier, we envision it, and we're able to do it. So I hope this helped you guys with your word problems for Pythagorean theorem.